What's up, boys and girls? This is Lance White, and you are watching WGS-TV.
Welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/WrestleGamer. I'm Del Beaverly Boudreaux. I'm hoping you guys enjoy this Call of Duty gameplay because I have a little something to talk about here. It's a little interesting development that has just been brought to my attention involving the whole thing with Triple H and Brock Lesnar. Now, if you guys remember when I was talking about it, I thought it would be a really good idea if we had the match at SummerSlam, with SummerSlam being the major pay-per-view, the next major pay-per-view for the WWE. Not to say that No Way Out and Money in the Bank aren't major pay-per-views, but it's not one of the major four. Because remember, the major four are the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. Those are your major four pay-per-views. SummerSlam is the next one up. But an interesting little wrinkle has just been brought to my attention, and it may prevent that match at SummerSlam from actually happening. Let me bring you up to date, because now a lot of people are saying, what a lot of reports are saying, rather, is it's quite possible we're looking at the match between Lesnar and Triple H happening not at SummerSlam, but before then, either possibly at No Way Out next month or in July at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Now, the reasons why they're going ahead and saying this and reporting this kind of information is because of Lesnar's contracts and the dates that are on Lesnar's contracts. Apparently, according to what they're saying on here about his contract, they have Lesnar for around 24 to 25 dates this year, and they want to save the rest of those dates for 2013 during the WrestleMania season. Now, they really want to extend his appearances for the year, but think about this: between WrestleMania 28 and the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, which was, I want to say, about 2 or 3 weeks in between that time, and as well as counting the Raw where he broke Triple H's arm, Lesnar has already had 5 appearances. 5 appearances out of the 24 or 25 they have on his contract. So that's really not a good way to kind of market the guy. I mean, it is a good, when they brought him back, yeah, it was a big deal, and the fans wanted to see him and whatnot, but they really weren't marketing him properly. But for the match to happen at No Way Out or Money in the Bank, I think kind of takes away from it. It takes a little less, away from it, because, like I said, SummerSlam's the major pay-per-view, the next major pay-per-view, and it would really make a lot more sense to have the WWE and have the Triple H and Lesnar, kind of cultivate the feud at a major pay-per-view. But then again, last year, what we had with in Money in the Bank with Triple H and CM Punk, a really phenomenal match. So you never know, because this is I think the 3rd year we're having the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, either 3rd or 4th, I can't remember, but it was 3rd or 4th, and that pay-per-view is rapidly starting to climb up there. So you never know, but by my standards right now, being a wrestling fan for over 25 years that I've been, SummerSlam is one of the major 4, and I honestly feel that it would make a lot more sense to cultivate the feud at SummerSlam rather than do it before then. Now, is it possible for them to do it? Yes, it is. But however, it would be a drawback. The drawback would be is they would have to cut back on Lesnar's appearances. And I believe, if you think about it in this way, guys, this is possibly the reason why we haven't seen Lesnar since that whole incident where he broke Triple H's arm. They're saving his appearances for when they really need it. So that's why we're having Paul Heyman come out and kind of speak on Lesnar's behalf. That's why we're having these things where Lesnar saying he quit and he's not coming back and whatnot. And I'm feeling if they work it right, we could still possibly have the match at SummerSlam. But they have to work it right. It's got to be perfect. They got to stick to the plan, stick to a plan, and go with it 100%. That's the way they have to do it. But I want you guys to also keep this in mind. About the appearances for Lesnar. Okay? Now he's got the 25 appearances, but they've also reported they want to save those appearances for the WrestleMania season next year in 2013. Now, could the WWE be hinting at something about this? Could the WWE actually be hinting at who Undertaker's opponent is going to be next year at WrestleMania? If they want to save Lesnar's appearances, for the WrestleMania season, that's kind of tipping me off. It's kind of tipping me off that we could have Lesnar and Undertaker at WrestleMania next year if Undertaker can go. I mean, I haven't seen any reports as of if Undertaker can go or not, if they want him to or not. But because remember when he had his match with Triple H, his back looked like mincemeat, and that's not a good thing. But if we do have Undertaker at WrestleMania, I believe that the WWE kind of tipped everybody off here by saying, they want to save Lesnar's appearances for the WrestleMania season next year. I mean, who else would they put him against at WrestleMania if they're saving Lesnar for next year's WrestleMania? It would make a lot more sense to have Lesnar and Undertaker, because think back to when they had that little confrontation where Undertaker was in the audience after one of Lesnar's MMA fights. And they kind of had a stare down. And to tell you what, if they do go that route, expect to see that footage somewhere in the build to the match. Expect to see that. Because if we do have Lesnar and Undertaker, a lot of people are going to go out on a limb, and I, for one, would go out on a limb by saying, they're going to base the whole build to Lesnar Undertaker WrestleMania 29 on that confrontation in the audience after one of Brock Lesnar's MMA fights. You kind of see what I'm saying, guys? You kind of see what I'm getting at? We're trying to kill two birds with one stone here while you guys are enjoying some good Call of Duty gameplay video here with yours truly. But, for the Lesnar Triple H thing, my final thought on it for the Lesnar Triple H thing is that if they can properly schedule his appearances, they can still and utilize Paul Heyman too, because that's what they're doing right now, and they're doing a damn good job of it. They need to stick to it. They need to stick to that storyline. They can have a build with Triple H and Lesnar without Lesnar being there. They can do it. It's possible. But they need to stick to the plan. They can still do Lesnar and Triple H at SummerSlam. And, of course, you guys have my thoughts about a possible match between between Lesnar and Undertaker at WrestleMania 29, and a little bit of a tip-off that we've gotten now. So what I want to know is, what do you guys have to say about this whole situation? Be sure you put your comments in the comments section below. Don't forget, if you have any questions you would like to ask me, be sure you send them to my FormSpring page, formspring.me/TheWrestlingGamer, and don't forget to like and favorite this video, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe to youtube.com/WrestlingGamer. I'm going to tell you this, guys, right now, even though that whole mess happened a couple of days ago, I'm still sticking to the plan of giving away a DVD at 1,000 subscribers. I'm still sticking to it. I made a guarantee to it, and I'm going to stick to it. So, with that being said, I'm Double B Bully Boudreaux, saying thank you very much for watching.